What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Technique Tuesday! Did you hear the echo? Anyway, guys, great night of fights this past weekend. We're going to be focused on the Frankie Edgar versus Corey Sandhagen fight, KO early in the first round. We're going to be discussing that. We're going to be going over why was it so effective, the difference between a flying knee and a jump knee, all the good stuff. If you like the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Throw some comments down below. You know the deal. Anything that you guys throw our way definitely helps out with the channel. So we appreciate all you guys. Let's get after it. What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? And of course, you know who I got to bring out here. My man, the one and only, Sweet Tea! Bro, how did I get over here? What the heck, dude? Why am I walking into the frame? That was weird. Sweet Tea, what did you do to me?
If your mouth begins to tingle, don't worry. It's just a side effect of my new teleportation technique.
That was pretty cool. You gotta show me that sometime. He's in the cage.
Yeah.
See you, man.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So, okay, Sweet Tea. We had Frankie Edgar versus Corey Sandhagen. Number one, Corey Sandhagen is just a monster. I think his last loss.
Well, it's the old Aljo.
All Aljo, man.
Master.
Comes back with a vengeance, though, against Frankie Edgar.
Before he took out Frankie, though, he took out Marlon Moraes with a spin wheel kick to the top of the dome. And then he comes in and he takes out a legend like Frankie, who's just been, like you were talking about earlier, just in wars with the best of the best. And he puts him to sleep.
So let's get after this thing, man.
Let's talk about
it. All right, so this knockout happened early in the first round. I know Frankie Edgar was trying to close the gap, get him to the cage, trying to take him down, using that overhand right. And when he throws that overhand right, he has a tendency to duck, which makes sense to a legit wrestler like Frankie Edgar.
Anybody does. That's kind of the risk of the overhand right is you have the duck. You got to lean off to get that hand over. You're not going to throw an overhand right with your head still online. It's just not going to work.
Right.
So you have to have that lean. And yes, it can generate a lot of power, but it also can leave you exposed at the same time.
Not only that, but I think he was throwing it to hit him with the right hand or even just to shoot him for the legs. I think he was looking for the takedown.
You think would be his game plan, right? Like that's been one of Sandhagen's weaknesses, and he even admitted it post-fight that his wrestling has been a weakness. Frankie is obviously one of the best wrestlers in the game, so you would think his immediate game plan would be to get in there and get the takedown and just control top position for the majority of the fight. He didn't do that right off the bat. He was pressuring heavy, which usually indicates a shot is going to come at some point in time when you have that forward pressure.
But on top of that, somebody long and lanky like Corey Sandhagen, that could lead to your downfall. Backing up into a right hand, backing up into a front kick, or backing up, and throwing a knee, having your opponent who's aggressive run right into it, which makes it that much more powerful.
You kind of become predictable in that sense.
Exactly.
Like you kind of know.
So let's discuss let's show these guys how this went. So during the fight, Corey Sandhagen was kind of switching sides a little bit, right? As Frankie Edgar was coming at him, he was kind of backing up, kind of switching sides. And he looked fairly relaxed. He was like in a relaxed state, which, like you said earlier, that's probably what led Frankie Edgar to say, hey, go now. Like, try and hit this guy now. He looks relaxed. He's not in a good position. His feet are underneath him, right? He's switching stance, like he's backing up. And you would think that you're not in a good position to throw anything.
Unless you're throwing a jump knee.
Right, unless you're throwing a jump knee. I mean, when your feet are together, like so, there's only one direction you can go, and that's, fast, and that's up.
Yep.
And it played to to his game.
Yeah.
So they both had left side forward, and of course Corey Sandhagen was kind of switching. Frankie Edgar was coming downhill fast, coming downhill hard, and it was almost like as soon as that back foot planted, boom, Corey Sandhagen was launched at the exact same time as Frankie Edgar was throwing the right hand. So as the pressure was coming, Sandhagen backed up and boom, launched that knee right into it. Now it hit him kind of this way. I think that plays a lot in a knockout. Boom, the direction of which your head is going right. Like when I got knocked out by Anthony, my head was doing this motion here. Yep. You know what I mean? Boom. And kind of the same. He threw that right hand, boom.
And I want to point out the fact that earlier in the fight, there was one flurry, really, by Frankie Edgar. He kind of had Sandhagen backing up to the cage. He threw quite a few punches, mostly looping hooks. Sandhagen kept his hand up, but he didn't really do much off of that. So maybe, and this just came to me now, maybe Frankie was saying, all right, let me do another one of those. and then shoot for the takedown because, again, Corey didn't react a whole lot off of the initial flurry. He bounced off the cage. His hands were up. He circled out. Didn't do a whole lot, but Frankie also didn't go for the takedown at that moment. So maybe the second time they were backing up to the cage again, and then that's when Sandhagen took advantage as Frankie possibly was going to try to use the right hand for a takedown and took him out.
Now, this was a jump knee, not a flying knee.
Correct.
Now, there's a difference between a flying knee and a jump knee. Flying knee, as you saw Masvidal do to Ben Askren, you elevate with one leg and you knee with the other, right? So it looks something like this. Elevate, boom, and knee. You cover a lot of distance that way. This was just a jump knee. Both feet leave the ground at the same time. Using that back leg to get maximum power on that knee, it was just right off the bat. I believe the jump knee is a lot faster than the flying knee. There's not as much telegraph.
Also, he didn't have to cover any distance.
No.
Frankie was covering it for him.
Right. So there you have it, guys. The jump knee. Frankie Edgar. Hope you heal up, bro. We love you, man.
Doesn't really matter, like you said, who the fighter was, who was throwing it. It was perfect. Could have been anybody in there.
Yeah.
If you take a shot like that to the chin, you're going out. So it was tough to watch, but at the same time, got that new young blood coming up.
That's right.
Staking his claim. And I do agree. He's got to fight the winner of Aljo versus Jan. Regardless of who it is, if he gets the rematch with Aljo, it's going to be a great fight. If he gets the fresh fight with Peter Yan,
the striking,
fight.
The good boxing, man.
Just the non-stopness of Peter Yan, it's going to be great. So, yeah, definitely give that dude a title shot for sure.
Follow him,
He's
guys.
earned it.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
But before we let you guys get out of here, this Saturday night, we're going to be going live right here on the channel, doing a fight commentary for UFC 258, with the main event being for the title in this dude's division. You got
170,
Usman
baby.
taking on the up-and-coming, charging, surging Gilbert Burns. It's going to be intense. So make sure you guys tune in this Saturday night.
Come hang
We're
out
going to be
with us.
going live for the entire main card. Come hang with us, talk fights, answer questions. It's going to be awesome.
All right, guys. Catch y'all then. Peace.